Hey guys, it's Nick with Smith Ward Strength and Conditioning. Today I want to do something a little different and post a little tutorial on how to set up for a deadlift. So in the preceding video, I'm going to go over the breakdown of how you would approach the bar with your foot position, your hand position, and getting your spine aligned to prepare for the lift to have the most optimized amount of weight, but also protect your body and be able to have some longevity performing the deadlift, which can carry over into other activities like holding a laundry basket or picking up simple things from the floor. So hope you guys enjoy. Now the first thing you want to pay attention to when starting with the deadlift is how you approach the bar. Now how you approach the bar should be the same every time. Kind of develop a routine. That habit makes it more consistent for you for your future lifts. So when you approach the bar, the big things you want to pay attention to are your foot position and your hand position. So when you set up, your foot's going to go underneath the bar and the bar is going to be over your midfoot. So that means it's basically right over the laces. You don't want it touching your shins and you don't want it over your toes. The next thing I want to pay attention to is how my hands are. What kind of grip am I going to use? So there's a lot of different grips you can use. You can use double overhand, you can do a mixed grip, you can do a hook grip. If you're using straps, there's a lot of different variations. For today, I just want to cover both the double overhand and the mixed grip variations because those are the most commonly seen. So when I approach the bar, feet underneath, bar is lined up with my midfoot, basically where the arch of my foot would be. And for now, we're going to start with the double overhand. So looking down at the bar, I'm then going to squat down, grab the bar just outside of my legs. At this point, my shin should be in contact with the bar. So from this position, the trajectory, what we're looking for from the actual setup is to make sure that we're set up for success to have a good line of pull. So if I'm going to turn sideways here, when I bend down to touch the bar, the bar path should start here and create a straight line all the way up to my hips. So the bar should not get out too far from me, and I shouldn't be leaning too far back. So the bar path is super smooth. Starting here, finishing. Now the last part of the deadlift that oftentimes gets missed is how the prep right before we actually make the pull. So you start with your foot position, your hand position, you have your grip, and then right before we pull the bar from the ground, we need to take out what we call the bar slack, or the slack in the bar. So you may not feel this so much with the lighter weights, but when the weights get a little heavier, you actually notice that there's a little bit of curve in the bar. And so when you set up to take the slack out of the bar, you're actually preparing your body, both your abdominals and your scapula, to actually lift the weight. So the cue I tend to give people is either try to bend the bar around your shins or just kind of lock your lats. So when I set up for this bar path, I'm here, and that last component of actually bending it, the bar around my shins, gets me set. And what you might hear, if you listen really quietly, there's a little satisfactory click in the bar. That's how you know you're set up. Now with lighter weights, when I get set and I'm tight, the bar actually already comes off the ground just a little bit. So for example, I set up, I get my click, set, I'm already off the ground, ready to pull. Now with weights that are a little heavier, you may not get that satisfactory lift off the ground already, so the bar might actually flex a little bit. Now, the reason why we set ourselves up for this is that we're trying to create a level of tension before we actually do the lift. Now, if I were just to yank on the bar and try to pull it up, there has to be a lot of stabilizing factors in my back, which may not be optimal. And so it also allows you to lift more weight if you take that slack out. I'll show you guys from a different angle how to take the slack out of the bar. So as I set up, bar over the midfoot, reaching straight down, squatting till my tibias or my shins touch the bar, take my double hand grip, and what you're gonna feel, my cue is to kind of curl this bar around me. You can see my lats tightening up. This gets my ribs in a good position, my spine is ready to take the load, and you'll see that the bar is going to come off the ground just a little bit. And then I can complete the lift. So I want to show you guys my setup, kind of based on what I just talked about, from a full simulation, from walking up to the bar, getting my foot position, my hand position, and then aligning my spine. I want to show it to you guys from this angle and then from the front, and I want to do it both with the overhand and from the mixed grip.